Hi, I'm Chef Alan Tatro with Global Sugar Art, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple little spray or a bunch of hydrangeas to use as a filler flower when doing a cake. When you want to add larger flowers and you just need to fill in some little nooks and crannies and you want a filler flower, hydrangeas are a perfect flower. One of the reasons I love them is not only are they beautiful, but they come in a variety of colors, and you can often color them to match or to accent the rest of the colors that you're using on your cake. I'm going to start by making the buds. It's very simple. Start with a 24 or 26 gauge wire and then just bend a little hook on the end. So you can see I've got a couple of them ready. I'm then going to take a little piece, not really very big. You want to actually use a pretty small piece of gum paste. I'm making the bud first. I have to think here because there's two parts to this. So this is like the size of a small pea. And I'm going to make a little hole in the back. I'm going to dip the wire in a little bit of gum glue and then just put it on like that. And then press it up against the wire. Roll it between your fingers. If it sticks, just put a little bit of cornstarch on your fingers. And it sort of looks like a little cotton swab, like a Q-tip. After that's done, just use a knife or a palette knife, and you're going to want to make two marks. One like a little square in the center, so you get 4 little lobes to the top. And then just let that dry. You can make different sizes, not too different. You don't want really large ones and really small ones, but these are the little bud stages. And then we would just set those aside to dry. If I have a piece of styrofoam, I'll often just stand them up in that. Now for the center of the flower, or the blossom itself, I want to put a little bit of cornstarch on a board. The hydrangea flower maker comes with the 2-piece silicone mold and then 2 different size cutters. Now, when you get this, there really isn't a notch to show how it goes together. So what I always do is I always just take a pen and just make a line. And that way, when I pull them apart, I know that those always have to go together right there. That's just the easiest way to do it. Go ahead and cut a blossom. And I always lay it in the one that goes down like this first. Now, the trick to all these double-sided veiners like this is not to push in the center. When you push in the center, you thin the middle of the flower, and then when you go to wire it, it breaks apart. It becomes too thin to adhere to the center. So when you're doing this, just press on the outside corners. That's all you have to do. And that is ready to use. So what we're going to do now is make the center using the same size wire, but a much smaller piece of paste. A much smaller piece of paste. This is like maybe a quarter the size of a pea. Dip it in glue and just push it in. And when you're dealing with a piece this small, you often have to put a little cornstarch on your finger. They do fall off, so just be patient. You're trying to get a little teeny ball of paste on the end of the wire. I had a little too much glue on this one, and it's giving me some problems. But that's a great lesson. I usually dip the wire in the glue and then tap it so that all the extra droplets fall off. I didn't do that, my bad. But that's how you get around a problem. So now that I've got that little ball in the end, I'm going to do the same thing as last time. I'm going to make 2 little marks, and that is the top of my flower. Now pop this out of here. It's already formed, and I'm going to put a very small dot of glue right in the middle. And now I'm going to pull the wire right through. And you just want it to come through and touch the bottom. At this point, you don't really need to press them together. You just need to flip it upside down and the glue will hold it right there. So then just bend them and hang them upside down to dry. If you make the paste thick enough, but not too thick, the blossom will stay open like that. If you make them too thin, they might fall off the wire, or they'll just collapse on you and the flowers will fall down. So getting the right thickness is really important when you're doing these. Now to color them, just bring our coloring stuff over. I'm going to use this is a raspberry. This is by Crystal Colors. I love this color. It works really well for hydrangeas. And I'm just going to take a little bit and just lightly dust the center. And then if you want, you can top dress that with a little bit of natural pearl. This isn't the super pearl. It's not really, really white. It's more of an ivory. And I think it blends really well with these colors. And then you would do the same thing with the bud. Now the buds are usually deeper, so I like to make sure that they have a lot more color on them. And if you want, you can add a little bit of pearl on that too. And that's the buds and the flowers. To tape these together, I'm going to use white floral tape, and you can use a 1/3 or a 1/2 width. You just don't want to use a full width because it's just too heavy. And I'd like to keep a little piece of 22 gauge wire already cut handy. Sometimes I add those in just to give a little more stability to the stem and to lengthen it. So when you're applying this on a cake, you can cut them however you need to, but you can never add at that point. So it's better to add ahead of time. So I'm going to start with some dried buds, and I'm going to do a little bouquet of 5. And I'm just going to choose 5 buds. There's no rhyme or reason of what you have to use. And I don't want to wire these up right at the top. I want to come down about 1 inch or so and start wiring them there, because I want to be able to move them around within the spray. And then we can start adding blossoms. So let me get some blossoms out. Now there are 2 different size cutters, so I like to use different size flowers in the spray. And there's 5. Now these are all going to go just a little bit shorter than the buds. You want the buds just to peek out the top a little bit. Okay, now just like the buds, I don't want to start way up at the top. I want to start further down. So I'm starting about a good 1 inch or 1.5 inches down, and I'm going to add that other piece of wire right in here. And you can hear them sort of clicking together, so go slow. I'm pretty fast at taping, and I tend to really spin it, and that's the quickest way to break a flower. So I'm going to tape down most of the way. Okay. Then use a pair of long needle nose pliers and grab the flowers by the wire in the back, and then just turn the blossom so that it faces out. Now as far as the buds, you can handle those without worrying about them breaking. You can just sort of spread those out. There. And that is a little bouquet or a spray of hydrangeas that are perfect for adding to a collection of flowers. You can see I have them sort of buried in here. There's some more over here. Really, a small cake or a large cake, if you add these with a rose or two or carnations or peonies, it just really makes the whole cake so much more dramatic with very, very little effort. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, I'm Chef Alan with Global Sugar Art. All the supplies I used today are available at globalsugarart.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.